Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian and welcome to 3303. This is where I take a look at the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. Today, Frontier enabled 4K support for the Xbox One X. There's some somewhat disappointing news on the Orrery Map. And Frontier are going into detail on Stellar Forge, the system responsible for the creation of the Milky Way. The Xbox One X is due for release tomorrow, the 7th of November. And along with it, Elite Dangerous is getting an update that will allow the Xbox to have native support for 4K. This update will allow players to choose between their resolution, 1080p and 4K respectively. It will also enable a few other options for players to choose between performance and quality mode. Now you'll be able to use these options in any combination, so you'll be able to set to 1080p for example in performance mode or quality mode, and equally at 4K in performance or quality mode. Now, there's no specific information as to frame rates, but Michael Gapper of Frontier Developments has said that players on the Xbox One X version will notice substantial performance increases over the standard Xbox version. The patch went live earlier today, so it will be completely ready for players with their new Xbox One X. The Orrery Map is something that many players have been wanting ever since the original concept art back in early 2014, and there's some concept art right here on the screen. And I've got to be honest, it absolutely looks fantastic, and this is something I've been long waiting for. However, we're going to have to hold our breaths a little bit longer, and in fact we might even have to give up. Recently, Frontier Community Manager Dale Emissary commented on this subject, stating that the Orrery Map may just be something Frontier are never able to get around to. Now, he stated also that he understands that many people would like to see this, but that the drive for such a map would have to come from a foundation of needing strong gameplay reasons. And the bottom line then is, due to the lack of these reasons, Frontier just can't justify putting development time into such a feature. Now, I'm sure many, just like me, will find this extremely disappointing. However, that's not to say that further work and enhancements is not going to go into the map features at a future date. After all, there are huge reworks coming in 2018, so just maybe the Galaxy map or the system map is going to function in as part of that. In fact, this is a subject I'm going to be making a video on very soon, so do keep an eye out for that. Official Elite Dangerous novel, Elite Premonition. Would you like an audiobook? Now, this is a question that author Drew Wager has been asking, as Frontier are very keen to gauge interest in such a product. So if there is enough interest there, then they may well commit to making such a book. There's a forum thread below, so if you're interested in this in any way at all, then do head on over there and leave your feedback. Over this weekend, some popular live streamers got together for a 24-hour marathon charity live stream. Now, the funds were being raised through the website Extra Life for a children's hospital. Now, the goal was to reach $1,000, and they exceeded this by quite a wide margin, reaching a nearly $1,500. So, awesome work to everyone involved, and if you want to check out some more details, do take a look at the links in the video description. Now, if you're a trader, an explorer, or a bounty hunter, or indeed any other type of player within Elite Dangerous, and have found yourself wondering whether or not you're jumping to a safe system, then there is a new third-party piece of software that you may find very helpful. This is called HITS, or Hostile Interaction Tracking System, and what it does is take live reports from the game and leave them in an overlay on the screen, letting you know whether the system you're jumping into has been safe or whether or not people have been destroyed in that system. Now, you can see an example on the screen right here, and it seems to be both simple and effective. Simple overlay there, letting you know what's going down in the system you're about to jump into. And if you want to see some more details, then you can head on over to their website, where you can see some recent activity from some of the highest hotspots. I'm sure this is a tool that many people are going to find interesting, so if you do find a use for this, then do check out the information below. If you've got any interest at all in Stellar Forge, the system behind the creation of the Galaxy within Elite Dangerous, then you may well want to check out the live stream from Frontier this week. It will be featuring Ed Lewis along with senior programmer Dr. Anthony Ross. Now, Anthony Ross is heavily involved in Stellar Forge, so there should be some wonderful information included in this live stream. For those of you who are lucky enough to see Anthony's presentation at this year's Frontier Expo, you'll know that there's a huge amount of information included, and it's an extremely in-depth system. Now, unfortunately, that talk hasn't been published yet on Frontier's YouTube channel, and I don't know if it is going to be in the future. However, it's going to be a great opportunity to hear from the guy himself on the Frontier's live stream. Now, this is going to form the part of a new series. It's going to be the first episode, in fact, of a series called Discovery Scanner, where Frontier go into depth on how the game has been created, and hopefully they're going to also expand that into the future developments for the game. Now, the second live stream I believe is happening next week, and that's going to be with lead designer Sandro Samarco. Now, we don't know yet what subject that specific stream will take. However, I do believe that Ed Lewis happened to mention that there will be an opportunity to discuss feedback with him. Feedback on what? We don't yet know, but in either respect, this is a great new direction for Frontier as they start showing us a little bit more as to what goes into the making of Elite Dangerous. That then brings us to an end of this episode of 3303. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.